Alright, welcome to lesson 6, the first lesson in Bumblebee Math. You're going to have to be a little bit of Bumblebee, which means you're going to have to be a little brave to go through lesson 6 and 7 and make it through Bumblebee Math. It's a bit challenging, but you will be fine. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Let's go ahead and start first with the objective here. It says, or this is one part of our learning map, is using the distributive property as a strategy to multiply and divide using units of 6 and 7. What's important during this lesson is that you are using the distributive property. So I'll be looking for that in your exit ticket to sign off on whether you've learned this lesson or not. If you don't use the distributive property, then I will not be signing off. So what does that mean? That means if you have 4 times 3, and you're like, oh, I know that, that's 12, and you just solve it like that, you will not get credit for that because you are focusing on the distributive property. So now if you take 4 times 3, whoops, and you break it apart into 2 times 3, 2 times 3, that gives you the same answer. That's what I'm looking for. Even if you already know 4 times 3 is 12, you are here to practice the distributive property in order so when it gets to bigger numbers, you can handle it, use it at that time, but you practice it with numbers you already know. So I'm not looking for this. This, no. I'm looking for this. This is what you're going for. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the first page of the problem set. Now here on the first page of the problem set, we're going to come on up here. Let's go ahead and zoom really good in here. Okay. So here we are. The directions say to label the tape diagrams. So we're going to label tape diagrams and fill in the blanks. Okay, so here we go. We're working with 6 times 6. Oops. Bad. Meant to do was to do that. 6 times 6. So we have 1 6 in here. And we're going to go ahead and fill the rest in with 6s. You notice this little dividing line. This is cutting it off. So that gives us 5 times 6, because you can see there's 5 6s here. Count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 groups of 6, or 5 times 6, and over here there's just 1. That's 1 times 6. So over here we can count by 6s, 6, 12, 18, 24, 30. On this side it's 1 times 6 equals, well, there's just 6. So 6 times 6 is 30 plus 6. So let's go ahead and finish this. We got the 5 times 6. 5 times 6 is 30. 1 times 6 is 6. 30 plus 6 is 36. I want you to notice that they made this into a 0, into a 10, by making it 30. That's an easy number to work with, is the 30. Right here, what you're seeing is you have the 5, and then you have the 1. And those both go times 6. So it's basically 6 times 1 and 6 times 5. Okay? If you're freaked out, don't worry. You will get used to this. This is the distributive property. Let us go on to the next problem without freaking out. Okay, this problem is about 8 times 6. So that's the total we're looking for. Remember, I don't care if you know that the answer to that is 48. I want you practicing the distributive property. So we have 5 groups of 6 again. So here we go, 6, 6, 6, 6. And that's going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we need, it starts with 8, so we need 3 more, because 3 more than 5 gives me 8. So I need 3 more 6s. Okay. And we know that 5 times 6 is 30 from the last problem. Now we're going to count by 6s again. 6, 12, 18. So 3, we have 3 groups here. 1, 2, 3. 3 times 6 equals 18. We have 3. This is the number of groups. Number of equal groups. Which brings us to here. 8 times 6 equals... Now, here's where it's going to be a little tricky. This is going to trip you guys up. 8 is the total. We have 5. What is the missing amount? 8 minus 5, or 5 plus what equals 8? 5 plus 3 equals 8 times 6. Then that 5 goes here, and the 3 is going to go right here. 5 plus 3 times 6. This right here is the same as this. 5 plus 3 times 6 is the same as 5 times 6 plus 3 times 6. 5 times 6 is 30. 3 times 6 is 18. That gets us to 48. Lots of arrows, lots of different directions. This is something you're going to have to really think about. How do I get down to here? How does this 8 break up into 5 and 3? Remember, this part will always stay the same. We're breaking up this number. This number we're breaking up 8. Times 6 is going to stay the same throughout the whole thing. Here, and here, and here. First number you're breaking up. Second one you're not. Okay, let's come on up here to this one. Let's try this again. We're starting with this, 7 times 6. That's our total. That's what we're working with. And we're breaking into 5 times 6 again. So we know this one by now, right? 5 times 6, and we got those 6s. It's 5 groups of 6. We know that that's 30. And now we got to figure out, we took 5 from that 7. How many does that leave us with? 2. 2 groups of 6. 1, 2. You can count those right here. 2 6s. Remember, this is the tape diagram. This is the tape diagram. So, this 7 right here breaks up into 5, and it breaks up into 2. Okay? The times 6 is going to stay the same there, and there, there, there. So you can see where all those 5s and 2s come from. And where the times 6 stays the same. 5 and 2, 5 and 2, 5 and 2. 5 times 2 is, 5 times 6 right here is 30. 2 times 6 is 12. That gives me 42. Good news is we have one more problem to practice with. 9 times 6. Again, they're going to keep making the 5. I see it already. 9 times 6, they're going to keep making the 5. It's right here. 5 times 6. So we know this. We know that this is 6, 6, 6, 6. We know 5 times 6 by now is 30. So how many 6s are left? You can either look at it here. 9 minus 5 gives me this answer. Or you can count them here. I've taken 5 from 9. That leaves me with 4 left. 4 times 6 is 24. I'm going to add those in here. That's my 4 6s. 4 groups of 6. That's 24. And here we go again, down here. We're going to break this 9 into 5. And what was that other number that we used up here? Oh yeah, it was a 4. So that 9 gets broken into 5 and 4. Oops, I don't like that color. Five and 4. That times 6 is going to stay the same throughout the whole thing. But our 5 and 4 keep following. Remember, you can come back to this when you're working on the homework and you get stuck. Don't be afraid to come back and watch this again, or watch part of it. 30 was right here from 5 times 6. 4 times 6 equals 24. 30 plus 24 is 54. Another way to do distributed property, and this may work for you, and they're just giving you different strategies to use, and practice with these different strategies to see which ones are comfortable with you, is we have 54 is broken into 30 and something else. This is the division. What we were doing earlier was the multiplication. They're asking you to use number bonds for division, but whichever way works for you for either way is fine with me. We are going to do this division, so remember your fact families here. 54, so if you see these two, 54 and 30, that gives me 5 minus 3 is 2, 4 minus 0 is 4, so 24 is what I'm going to put over there. And then I'm just going to bring that divided by 6 down like everywhere else it is located. See, it's here, and it's here, it's in each one. What we broke up was the 54. 54 divided by 6 equals 30 divided by 6 plus what? Plus, so that's there, plus 24 divided by 6. 30 divided by 6 gives us 5. 24 divided by 6, if you know your fact families, you know you can go 6 times 4 is 24. Or you have 24 divided by 6 equals 4 memorized. 5 plus 4 is 9. Because we have to put these numbers right here. We got to put them back together. Because we broke them apart here, and now we're putting them back together down here. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 is our answer. 54 divided by 6 is 9. And another one here. Let's break apart 49 to solve 49 divided by 7. Okay. So we're going to break this apart. We have 49 and 35. So we're going to go 49 minus 35. 14. So I have to put a 14 here because 14 and 35 equal 49. I also have to bring down the divided by 7 because everyone has their divided by 7. Okay, we're also going to put, we have 49 and 35, so we need to put what there? 14. 35 divided by 7 is 5. 14 divided by 7 is 2, because it's 2 7s equal 14. Or if you break 14 up into 7 groups, you get 2 in each group. Then we have 5 plus 2 equals what? 5 plus 2 equals 7. So 49 divided by 7 is 7. This is a really good strategy if you don't know 49 divided by 7. But if you also have to know your factors of 7. So sometimes this works, sometimes this doesn't. And I'm only going to do number 4 here. I'm not going to do number 5. I'm not too worried about it. You're welcome to try it if you would like. I'm sure it'll be on the homework section as well. So here on number 1, Robert says that he can solve 6 times 8 by thinking of it as 5 times 8 plus 8. Is he right? Draw a picture to help explain your answer. Okay, so we got 6 groups of 8. Let's go back to the tape diagram and look at what does 6 times 8 look like. That would be 6 groups of 8, right? 6 times 8 is the same as 6 groups of 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. We put 8 in each one. So that's what 6 groups of 8 looks like. If we make it 5 times 8, that would be 5 groups of 8. And we would put that little line in. So this is 5 times 8 plus what? How many more 8s does she have? 1 more 8. So you could say 5 times 8 plus this 8 is the same answer. Because 5 times 8 is 40 plus 8 is 48. 6 times 8 is 48. So they both have the same answer. They both lead you to 48. Alright, good luck with the rest of the lesson. Don't be afraid to come back to this and watch parts of it if you need to have a deeper understanding.